Hey, you tourists. It's your boy Domination. This is Back in the Basics. Chuck the Deuces. How we do Texas, baby. Again. The all over place, 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 all place. Go get it. Oh, please go get it. Oh, please go get it. Oh, please, oh, please, oh, please, oh, please go get it. Oh, please go get it. It's right back in the basic. Chuck the Deuces, how we do Texas, baby. Better Dallas back. You know what it is. Know it is. Know it is. Know it is. Know it is. Real man rise up. Fake man rise down. Real women rise up. Fake women rise. Fake women rise. Fake women rise down. You know what I mean. And today's topic we're going to talk about is. I need to speak about this. I know what happened was seen to kind of. How can I say this? I'm in the moment right now. It was a frustration, tragic what happened yesterday, but at the same time we got to, keep knowledge and keep everything going and keep in the memory of Trayvon Martin, rest in peace, and go out to his family or whatever. And George Zimmerman, if he want to protect it is what it is, but if any person in George Zimmerman, he need to get out of the state because anything can happen, man. Anything can possibly can happen. I ain't gonna say much about it. That's it. But I will say to this. I gotta show this video. Is this scene kind of odd to you? Really? Let's just say that people always say about blood sacrifice, right? And I know people gonna think that it can't be possible. Let's just say a father sacrificed his son, just like another son can be way protected, too overprotected, and get away by the system and buy his way out of trouble. You get what I mean right there. That goes for George Zimmerman and Trayvon Martin. And Trayvon Martin's father, George Zimmerman's dad. What I'm saying to this, everything is connected. If you don't believe me, prove me if I'm wrong on this one. Prove it. Prove all this. Do your own research your own self. You can find anything somewhere. But you always wonder, because I got a video. If y'all don't think that the cult leaders, follow the cult leaders ain't real, the hidden meaning of truth, hidden meaning of certain of the ways of the serpent snake of knowledge, you better look around because this stuff is true in some ways. And I see why Trayvon Martin got off. And George, not Trayvon Martin, father. Trayvon Martin got off. George Zimmerman got off. And why Trayvon Martin can't get no justice. And how he got there being died and when he died. See, they make everything is about race. It's a racial double standard, don't get me wrong. But I'm gonna tell you what they really won't tell you though. What it's really about is a hidden political political agenda, certain genesis going on. Hidden political agenda. And if anybody don't think it can be happening, it can trace back 100 years. It's a hidden political agenda. There's a hidden political agenda because they've been doing that for years. This false flagging about the Boston thing marathon, this false flagging over there in Denver, Colorado, this false flagging to the Sandy Hook tragedy shooting. I mean, if for anybody who believe me, then believe me. If you don't, I understand. But this video might prove otherwise because everything else that goes on in this world is being connected to make it look like it's all about race. And yeah, a lot of that is, but it really is about playing both. How can I say this? Playing both attached to the dumb puppet master puppet strings against each other. Because once you're a puppet master, you play both certain rivals against each other. It can happen. You got to look at friends turn against friends one another. Because friends can turn. They can play both friends and play tons of war against each other. Family members could turn to war, family member, and then they could play and turn around. They could turn against each other. relationships turn a man and a woman against each other. Think about it. It does happen a lot of times, even when it comes race or sexuality, even religion, all that. And sex, it does play a role of this. But I'm gonna show you a bit otherwise. Do you think all this stuff can be possible? Why this stuff happens yesterday, and why Trayvon Martin really died, or he died of maybe because of cause of hoodie? Because it couldn't be more of hoodie because they both live in the same neighborhood, right? Something odd to this. And George Zimmerman thinking that he was going to stick in his ground for this ground law, but yet he's not a house owner. He ain't no owner, no house. He live in an apartment. So how can you be a house? Because only when you do it when you're a house owner. Apartment owner, you can't do all that. A house owner it'll be a house owner for protected property, protector of your law. That's what standing the ground law is supposed to be about. This is not what should be about anyway. And George Zenit and Trayvon Martin, the reason why he get the things that he did, because I mean it could not be. I think he was talking about he supposed to be in the right place in the right place in the right time. But people saying he in the wrong place, wrong time, which that's stupid. Because they both living in the same damn predicament apartments they live. And what's so funny about this is that let's say, and I don't want to piss off my brothers and sisters that I'm just saying it might be a fact or unfact. Let's just say Trayvon Martin does hit George Zimmerman first. And I know some people going to get mad at me. Look, I understand. That boy, 17-year-old, and he was unarmed, and he had the right to hit George Zimmerman's ass. I was getting on George Zimmerman's ass as well. Because think about it. You can't bring no fist to a gunfight, but you can bring a gunfight to a fist. That's something to think about. Because do I say that Trayvon Martin deserved to get killed? No. Nobody don't deserve to be killed. I think that George Zimmerman should be prosecuted against that. But what I am saying to this, some just don't add up about this damn case. Some don't add up why George Zimmerman left. Look at what happened at Anthony Casey days. If Anthony Casey did not kill her damn child, who else did it? Is it her parents? Who else did it? See, some don't add up about her case, and some don't add up about this case. And same thing had happened to O.J. trial. To this day, people still believe that O.J. had something to do with his wife. And there were rumors that was a connected mafia hit, and certain gloves came fit. But let's say if O.J. did really kill someone, why is he run away from the police? And he could have stopped. If I done something wrong, I would stop by the police and prove my innocence. But I guess I understand, because once you're a black man, they're going to catch your ass no matter what. Even you prove innocent or guilty or not, they're going to put you in jail. Even if they're going to make it seem like you did some things out there or not. They trying to say black people commit more crime than anybody, which that's a goddamn lie. Because if that's the case, white people even did more crime over there in the white suburban community, with some serial killing, a mass of elementary school shootings, and a mass of college campus school shooting. You got to really think about this for a second. Black people, only time our folks start doing a lot of crime commit is that when it comes to gang activity, teen gang violence, teen predicament, rape, and how can I say it? Shooting in the club, shooting at the corner liquor store. That's the only time brothers and sisters do something like that. How many brothers and sisters actually shot at school? I remember when I went to South Oak Cliff, there was a girl got shot right near the high school. But she didn't get shot after the high school started to begin. That's impossible. It was after the high school was over. She was supposed to hang out there and actually got shot. But I'm gonna tell you like this: there's something ain't right about this George Zimmerman case and Trayvon Martin case. It's something ain't right about this. They playing them both against each other. Have you noticed the left and right? But they come from the same dirt. They come from the dirt poor and dirt. Come from the dirt poor, and it comes from rough. Come from They come from you. How can I say this, man? I mean, I want to say this stuff so bad because you added all the dots. You added everything connect. It come from the dirt poor to filthy, stinking riches. They come from the both wings come from the same dirty ass bird. They playing white community and black community against each other. That's what they're trying to do. They've been trying to do that for a long time. Unless that's when a riot is about to occur. Because people, why they showing this LA riots all of a sudden? Why they keep showing it? And I remember 2 Chainz had a song called Riot. If you listen to it, it's going to be a riot has occurred. And I guarantee it's going to be a riot up there in Florida. People going to think nothing ain't going to happen. But why is it everything occur? Even Jamie Foxx predicament about this stuff was going to go down. See, some ain't right about this. Then they fin George Zimmerman sticking with their property, which everybody has the right to stick with property. But unarmed teenager, come on. I can see the teenager is armed. But unarmed, that's wrong. That's killing a human being. But if a person is armed, you have the right to shoot somebody. But unarmed, that's not right. I predicament that anybody protects laws, but at the same time, but killing an innocent person, an innocent being, that's wrong. Unless they provoke him to do this something to that person, because you don't bring no. It's just like bring to a gun, bring to a knife to a gunfight. Don't bring a knife to a gunfight. Don't bring a fist to a gun. Because if a person have a gun, chances are they can take that gun away from the person, just like they could take a knife away from that person. But a knife to a gunfight, it could be possible. I can see why does everything else occur, why this stuff is going on. You ever ask yourself, brothers and sisters, why Trayvon Martin really died? You ever ask yourself sometimes, okay, if Trayvon Martin got killed and George Zimmerman don't prosecute, then why the hell it took them so long to arrest George Zimmerman? Why is it hell that his father was a judge, is about to retire? He the son of the judge. It don't add up to Camilla. George Zimmerman's father pulled that string in that trial somewhere. And why is it that Trayvon Martin's father ain't testified against this? And I know everybody gonna make it seem like, well, you going a little bit too far. I'm just saying, if he loved his son that much, then tell me, why is it this stuff is showing off of him of being a Freemason and all this stuff? What I'm saying to this, Trayvon Martin's father was a Freemason. George Zimmerman's father was a Freemason. You get it? In other words, they don't want to see 2 Masons fighting against each other. That's what it's about. That's why all this stuff was adding up. It was everything connected from the Prince Hall Mason to the ordinary Mason, from the white executive of the ownerties of the community. See, everything is connected. Watch this damn video. If you don't believe me, ask yourself this question. Ask yourself, if anything is impossible, why it's happened? Why is it that they propping this boy up, Trayvon Martin? They propping him up. It's like they couldn't mourn his death in private and put it out in the public. Why is that? And if George Zimmerman and make it seem like he's standing his ground, why he shot this boy for no reason, even though with hate? I ain't gonna lie, racism does play a role on this. George Zimmerman have hate from not only from blacks. You got played hatred against black, but Trayvon Martin played the hate against white. You see what I'm saying? Even a Mexican. You see what I'm saying? It just don't look right on this. In Florida, it's the melting pot of example. It's a melting pot. It's a lot of other races in Florida. So how does the fuck it's going to be a race war? It was all diversity community. You got to think about this for a second. And that goes for black and white. I don't care if white people get mad at me. Fuck them. And I don't care if black community get mad at me. Fuck them too. Because you got to think about it. White people got to think of this. Okay, they ain't have to kill this damn boy though. Unless he's unarmed. Unless he's armed. But he's unarmed. He's 17 years old. And plus, if that's the case out there, he should have asked Trayvon Martin, what you doing here? And Trayvon Martin like, hey, I live here just as much as you do. Anything would have been problem would have solved that. But none of this shit would have never been happened. But I'm telling you what, George Zimmerman better get out of town, because something is about to occur, something is about to go down. A lot of people think people ain't gonna do anything. Knowing that, it probably won't, because it ain't gonna solve nothing about the riot and all that stuff going on. But you got to really think about this, because I watched the meeting and I know they play this trial up and they dance around this shit. They dance around, but they never gonna tell you why Trayvon Martin really died. They not gonna tell you this. It's not that he died at the hands of George Zimmerman, and then George Zimmerman's father got the juice for he can pull the weight out of this murder. It's just because Trayvon Martin father, there can possibly be that he probably, his father probably sacrificed his damn son. That is something to think about, because it can happen. Watch the movie when Snoop Dogg had a movie called Hood Horrors, and there was a scene that two long companion friendship of brothers that grew up together grow up and want to be rappers. And one of the brothers that gunned us, one of the fallen friends, gunned down by a gun incident, and the other person been gunned by an incident, and that was in Dallas. Diamond Dallas Page was in that movie. That he shot those two guys at the both same time, but he shot the other two. He shot the other guy 2 times, made sure he's dead, but the other guy he shot made sure he gets shot to stay alive, to make it look like he actually tried to kill him, but he left him alive like that. If he would have shot that guy 2 times, why he ain't shot that person? But make it look like it was an accident. What I'm saying to this, they made Trayvon Martin and this George Zimmerman make it look like Trayvon Martin got killed, but this whole thing was like a racist displacement of tension going on by George Zimmerman. Now, don't get me wrong. I know what I'm trying to get into this. Do I'm trying to defend Trayvon Martin? No. Did I try to defend George Zimmerman? No. What I'm saying is both hypocrites on the both sides of the certain angle, because they not talk about the real issue, why this thing is occurred. Why is that? Why is it that we hear about George Zimmerman's father was a retired judge, also became a Mason, and Trayvon Martin's father also a Mason? Did that ring a bell somewhere? That tell you right there. This is why this boy is dying. And guess what they transplanted his heart to? Guess, just guess, by the wealthy politician, the greedy bastard right next to the damn side with George fucking Bush. That's why. That's why Trayvon Martin was really died, because they make it look like it's a fucking race war, predicament of racist permissive act. No, he died because of making a national cause to make it look like an accident, make it of cause of race of George Zimmerman. And George Zimmerman might not be the guy that killed Trayvon Martin. It probably something else happened that night. Whatever knows, who knows, but truth come out. But I feel like George Zimmerman should be in prison for that. I'm definitely hurt behind what happened, And it's sad. But have you know, everybody don't talk about it in the internet. Everybody's quiet. Even in the news talk about it. BET talks about it. But they never going to talk about what the real issue, why this boy is done. But if it is a race war, if it is making it seem like it's all about race, George Zimmerman should have been prosecuted in prison a long time ago. Then why is this hell that blacks was all over this fucking planet? Even the whites did, Latinos, Asian, everybody else. They want everybody, our brothers and sisters, to think that we all slaves. If we were slaves, then where the hell that Native Americans been slaves, then whites? They never tell you that whites was been slave. They never tell you that. It's funny how many black brothers and sisters know this. And then Africans sold out other Africans. You got white people been prosecuted, been against slaves, but not only against the Italians, but the British, from the Irish. And also the Jewish. They never talk about it. Black people was been prosecuted only against whites. But who prosecuted against blacks? You even got Africans sold their own people out, and because of all this stuff is going on. Who was slave Native Americans? It was whites. They always tell you all the time that Indians always the bad guys, right? Indians always the bad guys. But the real bad guys is the cowboys. Cowboys are the real bad guys. They the ones killing Native Americans off the land for a long time ago for no reason. White America play a role on that one, and because of that, and I know that the guilty men unto this day on that from Native American brothers sisters. Okay, we all know from whites come from Europe, right? We all know where blacks come from Africa, where Native Americans came from, where Latinos come from Spain, Asians come from Asia, and where Middle East is come from Middle East. Where do Native Americans come from? South America? See, you see what I'm talking about? See, people need to add this thing up. They need to add up and start asking questions, because once you ask the right answer, you find your answer why this incident Trayvon Martin, George Zimmerman went down. But if you can't answer the right question and you get the right answer and you add up and get everything wrong, you ain't gonna never get the answers right. But I'm gonna show you this video, man. Rest in peace to Trayvon Martin and his family, and George Zimmerman, man. He a dead man walking. But I'm gonna tell you like this. But it's gonna show you why this George Zimmerman and Trayvon Martin incident has been set. The whole judge was set up to make it look like a race war, but it was more than that. Everything just add up. Everything just add up, man. If you don't believe me, you better look in this video and do research and start using your head, because everything you've been taught is based by a lie. And I can say to white America, even black America, wake up, because they want this riot and it's occurred. That's why. It ain't nothing new. They've been doing that for years. But here's the video. It will prove why this stuff is going on. All right? Here's the video.
What I want to talk about is really a really controversial topic. The reason I'm cutting this video is because I felt that it was important to get this across, because when I found this information out for myself, I was pretty much shocked. You know what I mean? I couldn't even believe it on my own when I saw it, and I told a couple of friends of mine, and they were pretty shocked by the whole, what I had to tell them. What I want to talk about though is the father of Trayvon Martin, which is his name is Tracy Martin. I stumbled across his Facebook page, right? Just look up Tracy Martin, and when I stumbled across his page, I saw a couple things that were pretty disturbing to me. You know, I thought he was just a regular guy at first, and he probably is a regular guy. He looks like a real humble guy. He looks like a good person. He doesn't look like a bad person at all. You know, he looks like a real good person, a decent man. But I saw something that was pretty disturbing, and as you probably already saw on the screen, yes, that's what I saw. I saw the first thing that caught my attention was a fan page that he had that said support the Freemasons, or support Freemasonry, or something like that. So that caught my attention, so I just started looking through his Facebook profile a little more and more, and I found a bunch of pictures that were pretty disturbing. And I started looking at the whole scenario a little bit different ever since I saw all the pictures he had on his Facebook. If you're familiar with this, you know what that is. That's Freemasonry. I mean, you should already probably know by now what that is, but pretty much every president, if not every president, has been a part of this society, a part of this organization. You know, just about every president has been a part of the Freemasons. You have to have some kind of pull to even be involved with them. You can't just be any regular Joe in it. You know, you have to get referred by somebody else. I mean, yeah, you can be a regular Joe, but you have to know somebody in. When you get in, you have all these crazy connections that you never had before. You have a lot of pull. You have a lot of rank. You know a lot of people. You know the right people, right? Then you got, you know, here you see in the background the Freemason symbol, and you see on his glove he has the Freemason symbol. You see right here, he's all masoned out to the brim. You look at the apron, the Freemason apron, the Masonic apron he has. Then you have, you know, all his Mason brothers here. And, you know, I mean, it's all over the place, man. You know, you see right here, another Freemason apron. Everybody in his circle, all his friends, all his close friends are Freemasons. Everybody, you know, he's affiliated with is a Mason. Look at this. Look at the shirts. The shirts. Look at their shirts right there. The guy's hat. He has a Masonic hat on. If I'm not mistaken, that's a Masonic ring. If I'm not mistaken, everybody has well, not everybody, but a few of them have the Masonic hat on. And right here again, the Masonic hats. You know, the Masonic hats. And I want you to notice something in this picture. You see the Mason symbol on his hat, but it says Fort Lauderdale, right? Fort Lauderdale is in South Florida. Right now, you see, oh, this one says Miami. So this is all South Florida, the Broward and Dade County area. I didn't even notice the Miami one. So I believe that says Pompano Beach all the way to the left. So they're pretty much all over South Florida. They're connected. And you see here, look at his shirt. He's covering his mouth. He's covering one side of the shirt. But the only side of the shirt he's not covering is the Masonic symbol on his left side. I mean, they're pretty serious about this, but this is my favorite picture right here. This is my favorite picture right here. And I want you to notice, it says Fort Lauderdale, South Florida again. Look what is on her hat. Whatever you want to call that. Look what is on her hat. That is an inverted pentagram. That is a satanic star. That is a satanic star. I repeat, that is a satanic star. Now, why would you have a satanic star on your hat? Why would you? I don't know. That just really blew my mind the first time I saw it. I couldn't even believe it. So, it's there. For those of you who don't know what a satanic star looks like, which you probably do know, I mean, you're looking at it right in front of your eyes. It's this, an inverted pentagram. That's really what the satanic star is. So, the reason I'm showing these pictures, I'm not just showing it, you know, just for fun. I'm showing it for a reason. There's something bigger than this that's beyond race, okay?
Alright, so I did manage to find Trayvon Martin's dad's official Facebook account, his personal Facebook, which his name is Tracy Martin. So I did go and look through his photo albums and see what's been causing up this criticism actually on the Trayvon Martin case that I've been seeing a lot in forums. So I chose to look into it myself, and I'm gonna let you guys know what I found. Alright, so here's a picture. It's not necessarily of him, but it is a picture he posted on his wall. It shows the Illuminati pyramid, the all-seeing eye in the middle, and the Masonic symbol in the bottom. Next picture, it shows the triangle, and it shows the Masonic, the famous Masonic symbol with the checkered floor, which is also Masonic symbolism. And it says Mason. And the next picture shows him and two fellow colleagues presented there with I guess, a photo shoot they had at the lodge, the Masonic Lodge. And the next picture is a more professional picture, though it doesn't look so high quality. It's him in his outfit with another guy, and they're taking a picture in the Masonic Lodge, and that's pretty creepy. Next picture, it shows an event of which Masons will attend, and basically it just shows what's going to happen. It's going to be the 57th Annual Grand Lodge Convention. It was in 2010, April 16th through the 18th. It says educate to motivate. 33rd degree Mason will attend. There's going to be other 33rd degree Masons that will attend also. Majority of them are 33rd degree. And I'm starting to speculate and think that the dad of Trayvon Martin is a 33rd degree Mason, because he very much is affiliated with those kind of people, and it's just getting my attention more and more as I look through these pictures. So let's go ahead and check out the next picture. It shows him with his outfit, and he's holding a staff, and basically he's at some sort of event in the lodge or anywhere else, a convention center or some sort. In the bottom right, you can see it has the Masonic symbol. And let's go on to the next picture. Again, I found this on his wall. He does have sort of interest in this, and it says Mason Shriner, and it shows, yes, two people, a silhouette with the shirt on and the Masonic symbol. Next picture, last picture, is of, yeah, basically it says 32nd degree. I'm not sure when he posted this. He may have been a 32nd degree and just turned into a 33rd degree recently, but this is something to look into, definitely.
So Trayvon Martin's father is a Freemason. This is his Facebook page right here that this is posted on.
See, that's something to think about, folks. That's something to think about. That's something to think about. You know, that's something to think about. That's something to think about. You know, I'm not saying that, I'm not defending anybody, I'm just trying to get the bottom of the truth. I think that I don't think that, that Trayvon Martin's father, not saying that he play a part of it, nothing like that, or being speaker trial again. I'm a speaker trial with his son, but I am saying that he might know something is up just as much as George Zimmerman and his father. Because I'm gonna tell you something. Have you noticed that ever since Michael Jackson died, and people say that Michael Jackson died of cardiac arrest. What is it? Cardiac arrest? The stress disorder of some kind of cancer, throat, lung cancer. What is it? Because some folks say he died of natural Dixie's addiction drugs. Who knows? Who knows what it really happened to Trayvon Martin, George Zimmerman case? Why that went down? Why Trayvon Martin died? But I am telling you this: there's something up about this trial right here, and why that happens yesterday. Because I knew that was going to go down. But I am telling you, after they give Dr. Murray 4 years, Michael Jackson death, you know there's something odd about that damn trial. Because guess what? Also, you know what that made Dr. Murray was? Dr. Murray a Mason. And what makes Michael Jackson? Michael Jackson was a Mason. If you don't believe me, you better look in his album cover called Michael. Look at his album cover. With that, he had that Masonicism, that right hand left of his heart, and do with death to take the grave with him what goes on, and he knew what that was going to happen. Ask yourself this: if this ain't true, then why does all this stuff is coming out? Everything else is connected. Why are they putting all these subliminal messages in movies? Why is it that you won't hear positive music on the radio? You ever ask yourself that question? Okay, if everything is about black and white, then why is that? Why is that they never gonna speak about the real issue, that the real problems that occurred that came in tension between black and white? They won't do it. Black women won't do it. Black men won't do it. White men won't do it, and white women. They all play a role, play a part of it. All this stuff is conspiracy of certain theories and certain untheories why this Trayvon Martin and case and George Zimmerman walked, because they knew this man was gonna walk. They all knew. And this riot about to occur. Then again, I don't think it was never gonna happen. But I will tell you this: I don't believe anything what CNN, Fox News, and the rest of them say. I don't believe what Democrats are talking about, and I damn sure don't believe in Republicans. You have to believe everything yourself. Don't let fear, and I tell this to anybody, don't let fear overcome you to keep on living this world. Don't let fear. Keep living from the sake of love's sake and everybody else. And quit everything. Quit people need to stop people. People need to stop thinking that everything is race. If you want to fight back brutality, go ahead and do it with Christ in this, and take what's left of getting right back at the system, get back at the world, get back at anybody. I understand that outrage, because I'm mad at itself. They kill that boy for nothing. Because I know it can happen to me. It can happen to you. It can happen to anybody. And I'm still hurting about that now, because I knew everything occurred. It just don't look right adding all this up. It just don't look right. But I am telling you this, man. You gotta look. You better look everything else in this world. It just don't seem right about it. It don't seem right about this trial. It don't seem right about anything. And I'm surprised that But it's sad that it's bad enough our people are thinking that we the only one been prosecuting enslaved. But they never gonna tell you Native American been prosecuted enslaved, and so is whites and everybody else. They won't tell you that. They won't tell you Asian, Middle East, and it's sad. It's sad that the media and Fox News and CNN, BT, MTV, VH1 all play a role on that. They sitting up there, and I don't believe any word of it. So it doesn't matter if you're a Democrat, Republican. They both full of shit in both parties. They just like the puppet master. You're the puppeteer. You volunteer to be a puppet, and you play the hands on the goddamn of attached to the goddamn string of attached of you, and play a puppet, play the puppets show, and bring all the puppets out of the world. This America is a circus town. It really is. I don't believe anything what my folks are saying. I don't believe anything whites are saying. I believe what's best ability to believe in my heart and what God's truth about this. Cause sooner or later everything gonna come out. Sooner or later, wake up, folks. Wake up, white America, and wake up, black America, before else it's too late. And see the world real truth, what it really is. Stop believing everything what you hear. You don't have to believe everything I say. You have to believe everything for yourself. Because I know the truth. Why don't you? All right? All right. And it's your boy Domination. This is Back of the Basic. Chuckle to do. This is how we do it, Texas, baby. Until next time, all right? All right. Peace, and I'm out. Rest in peace and go out to his family or whatever. And George Zimmerman, if he want to protect by his with his, but if any person in George Zimmerman, he need to get out of the state because anything can happen, man. Anything can possibly can happen. And I ain't gonna say much about it. That's it. But I will say to this. I gotta show this video. Is this scene kind of odd to you? Really? Let's just say that people always say about blood sacrifice, right? And I know people gonna think that it can't be possible. Let's just say a father sacrificed his son, just like another son can be way protected, too overprotected, and get away by the system and buy his way out of trouble. You get what I mean right there. That goes with George Zimmerman and Trayvon Martin. And Trayvon Martin's father, George Zimmerman's dad. What I'm saying to this, everything is connected. If anybody don't think it can be happening, it can trace back. It trace back 100 years. It's a hidden political agenda. There's a hidden political agenda because they've been doing that for years. This false flagging about the Boston thing marathon. This false flagging over there in then in Colorado. This false flagging to the Sandy Hook tragedy shooting. I mean, if for anybody who believes in, then believe me. If you don't, I understand. But this video might prove otherwise because everything else that goes on in this world is being connected to make it look like it's all about race. And yeah, a lot of that is, but it really is about playing both. How can I say this? Playing both attached to the dumb puppet master puppet strings against each other. Because once you're a puppet master, you play both certain rivals against each other. It can happen. You got to look at friends turn against friends one another. Because friends can turn. They can play both friends and play dozens and play a dozen tons of war against each other. Family, don't believe me. Prove me if I'm wrong on this one. Prove it. Prove all this. Do your own research your own self. You can find anything somewhere. But you always wonder. Because I got a video. If y'all don't think that the cult leaders follow the cult leaders ain't real, the hidden meaning of truth, hidden meaning of certain of the ways of the serpent snake of knowledge, you better look around because this stuff is true in some ways, and I see why Trayvon Martin got off, and George and I mean not Trayvon Martin father, Trayvon Martin got off. George Zimmerman got off, and why Trayvon Martin can't get no justice, and how he got there being died and when he died. See, They make everything is about race. It's a racial double standard, don't get me wrong. But I'm gonna tell you what they really won't tell you though. What it's really about is a hidden political a political agenda, certain agenda, genesis going on. Hidden political agenda. Hey, you tourists, it's your boy Domination. This is Back in the Basic. Chuck the Deuces, how we do Texas, baby. Again, the all over place, 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 all place. Go get it. Oh, place, go get it. Oh, place, go get it. Oh, good place, oh, good place, oh, good place, oh, good place, go get it. Oh, good place, go get it. It's right back in the basic. Chuck the Deuces, how we do Texas, baby. Better Dollars back. You know what it is, know what it is, know what it is, know what it is, know what it is. Real man rise up, fake man rise down. Real women rise up, fake women rise down. You know what I mean? And today's topic we're gonna talk about is, I need to speak about this. I know what happened was seen kind of, how can I say this? I'm in the moment right now. It was a frustration tragic what happened yesterday. But at the same time, we got to, keep it knowledge and keep everything going and keep it a memory of Trayvon Martin. Man, could turn a war, family member, and then they could play and turn around. They could turn against each other. Relationship turn a man and a woman against each other. Think about it. It does happen a lot of times. Even when it comes race or sexuality, even religion, all that. And sex, it does play a role of this. But I'm going to show you a bit otherwise. Do you think all this stuff can be possible? Why this stuff happens yesterday? And why Trayvon Martin really died? Or he died of maybe because of cause of hoodie? Because it couldn't be more of hoodie because they both live in the same neighborhood. Right? Something odd to this. And George Zimmerman thinking that he was going to stick in his ground for this ground law, but yet he's not a house owner. He ain't no owner, no house. He live in an apartment. So how can you be a house? Because only when you're a house owner. Apartment owner, you can't do all that. A house owner it'll be a house owner for protecting property, protector of your law. That's what standing the ground law is supposed to be about. This is not what should be about anyway. And George